The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now. A video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Grey Maniacs gather. I'm a bit tired now. Right, going through another box of comics, slightly smaller than the last two boxes. I can't believe how long the last video was actually. I might have overdone that a little bit. I think it was like over 45 minutes, the last video I did. I thought, blimey, I knew it was dragging a bit. I didn't realise it was going as long as that. Right, so, no, it's not Dusty. I thought that's just the camera. It's the Huntress. 80s Huntress run, began in 89. Can't remember much about the run really, to be honest. Helena Bertolini, daughter of a gangster who was murdered by other gangsters, became a crime fighter to try and take out the other gangs that killed her father. By day she was a teacher, I believe. Yeah, that's what I can remember really. Pretty handy with a crossbow. Not to be confused with the original Huntress, who was the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, I believe, in Earth 2. Saying that, there was also a supervillain Huntress at some point. I'm not sure where she comes in the timeline. I'm sure she was a Golden Age character. I know she was in the All-Star Squadron that I was showing off last time. Or the Young All-Stars, or whatever it was. One of them. This is probably the longest Huntress run, actually. I don't think there's been a longer run from Huntress. She had a longer run as part of the Birds of Prey. I think she was in them, pretty much. Mind you, that was more Oracle and Black Canary, wasn't it? No, Huntress was the other one, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, so that's the full run of the Huntress from the 80s to the 90s. 19 issues. Right, some comics I picked up on the cheap. The Ferret, ripped from the pages of Protectors. Not quite as vicious as a Wolverine. Not as big as a badger. So I think they're running out of furry wild animals they can use. They've had the Tasmanian devil, but yeah. Right, some another Marvel limited series, The Last Defenders, 6-parter. Very shadowed. Hard to make out. You've got Colossus and She-Hulk, and it looks like Ghost Rider, but not. It looks like Atomic Skull from DC, but it's got like a crossbone sign on his chest. Right. Paladin I recognise there. I think it seems like it's mostly what's his name? I don't remember what his name is now. Nighthawk? Is he called Nighthawk? I think he is. I think it looks like it's mostly him trying to get a new team together, maybe. I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's not dwelling on it. I can't really recall it. I've read it, but that'd been yonks ago when I picked it up. I think I went into a shop and I picked it up, yeah, a whole lot for $3.99. That's not bad, is it? Right, another miniseries, Max Comics, which is like a grown-up Marvel. Dr. Spectrum. Pretty sure he was like the alternate Earth. What's it? The alternate Earth where you got Hyperion and is it Nightwing? No, Nighthawk. Basically, they're like a alternate world version of JLA, but in the Marvel universe. And Doctor Spectrum is kind of like their version of Green Lantern, I believe. Yeah. But don't ask me to remember anything else about him. Right, Manhunter. I think these stories were originally in the back of Detective or Batman, and they were all put together in one run here. Walter Simonson, Archie Goodwin. Manhunter. A lot of people really dig that run. A lot of people say good things about that run. Right, and we go from that Manhunter. The thing is, there's been quite a few different Manhunters. I'm not sure if that was Paul Kirk Manhunter or... Oh, I can't remember the other one's name. Oh, I don't remember. There might have been 3 actually, because there was another one who used to have a dog way back, and then new Manhunter, who's a woman. I can't remember her name either. I remember she's a DA, district attorney or something like that. She's some kind of lawyer, and she basically takes tech that's been taken from supervillains. As like evidence, and she repurposes it to make her costume to fight crime with. That's what I seem to recall anyway. Can't remember what her name was now though. Kate. Let's say Kate something. Not going to find out from this. Oh man. Now I'm thinking. Now I've got Kate in my head. I'm thinking of other Kates. I'm thinking of Kate Middleton, who's like, didn't she marry like one of the princes? So it's definitely not Kate Middleton. Let's just show you the bloody comic books. Kate Spencer, her name is. It says on the front of this cover, Kate Spencer joins a long distinguished line of costume vigilantes, convincingly human, intriguing, it says. Kate Spencer was her name. I got a Kate bit right. I'm kind of surprised about that. It's not bad since I've not read of her for ages. This says top-notch comic you should be buying on the top. Man Hunted Part 1. And here's one of the original Manhunters. Don't think it's the same Manhunter as I showed you a minute ago. I think it's a different Manhunter. So what is their names? Paul Kirk. Definitely one of them is called Paul Kirk. Sometimes I can remember it, sometimes I can't. It's definitely in there, but it's not coming out at the moment, if you know what I mean. The old brain does that sometimes. The other day I was trying to remember something, and then like, after I finished the video, sat down for a bit, I was suddenly like, oh! And out it came, but not at the moment when I actually needed it. Right, Manhunter with Dylan the Tech Wonder. So she's on the run from OMAC. The OMAC Project tie-in. Dress to Kill. Something on your mind, Mr. Bones? This is the Mr. Bones I showed you in the last video when he was originally a supervillain and facing off against Infinity Inc. Now he's the head of the SOA or something. I can't remember the initials now. Super something executive. Yeah, can't remember. Legal Eagle by day, Grim Reaper by night. Ben and Jen, both preggers. Bruce's hair plug nightmare, acrylic dandruff, Lindsay's Uber diet, I'm invisible. So this is done up like some kind of magazine cover. fairly decent run this series. Prepped for surgery. So it's already got more than the Huntress did. Daddy's little gal is all grown up now. Law and disorder. I think that's Dr. Psycho there. He's a bit of a pervert, he is. As well as being able to mess with people's dreams. Oh, this is 1 year later. So they mostly forgotten about episode in DC history where they suddenly jumped forward a year and like you had all these like mysteries of what happened to people because they would just offer you hints about what happened and you'll be like, oh, what happened to so-and-so? And you'd have to wait and see if they actually gave you the story in the end or not of what happened in the 1 year that would jumped. Starry Night. Wasn't a bad idea, I thought. Intriguing enough idea, but I'm not 100% sure the execution was that great. I remember thinking when I first, like, these little teasers of like things that happened after a year, and you'll be like, oh, excited, can't wait to find out what that's all about, what happened there, and then it either never gets blinking mentioned again, or, you know, by the 2 issues in, it might as well have been not a jump forward a year, because there was no kind of harking back to that lost year kind of thing. So, yeah, like I say, pretty good idea, not the best of execution. I suppose it would be different by different writers on the different books as well. Nice Blue Beetle cover. Shh, it's a secret. Not the best drawn Blue Beetle, I say. In fact, the art on these are a little bit, I don't know, a bit of a chunky kind of blocky look to the characters, maybe. Verdict hostile. Winner take all. I believe that's her son. I think she had a son in this as well. I think he might have been on the autistic spectrum. I can't remember now. The Asperger's spectrum. I think he was. So say it's been a while since I've read it. Right, back on duty and breaking borders. I think after this she ends up doing teaming up with the Birds of Prey a fair bit. She stands alone. There's Mr. Bones again. Who's that girl? No comment. On a suicide flight with Birds of Prey. There's Huntress. There's Bronze Tiger. Zinda Blackhawk. No, I'm not sure. Her surname is a Blackhawk. She's one of the Blackhawks, but I don't know what her surname. No, it's not Zinda Grey, is it? No. I have no idea who the woman with the shiny hands is there. Probably a villain. The villain of the month or something. Bring it. She'd repurposed Asriel's gloves at one point, so she's got these weird spiky metal gloves. Fighting for the future. Nothing said on that one. The most dangerous end game. This is number 38. Manhunter. I forgot what her name was now. Is it Kate Spencer? Kate someone or other. Right, we've got a Captain Atom story here. And this for some reason is in the Wildstorm universe. Captain Atom gets a bit of a change up to his look and is in the Wildstorm universe. Captain Atom Armageddon. I think he had one of his little exploding episodes and ended up in a different dimension or something. So yeah, you got Grifter there. And I think they wasn't sure whether to accept him or try and kill him because they thought he was dangerous. He's facing off against the Wildcats. He's facing off against Authority. What's that woman from the Authority called? Is it Mechanic? The Mechanic or the Engineer? I can't remember what her name is. But it looks like they're not considering battling that one. It looks like they're considering some other exercise. Right, there's Midnighter and Apollo. I think there was worries that he was going to explode for some reason. That like he had a problem with containing his energy, and he was going to explode. That's why they was facing off against him a fair bit, like working out what they're going to do. And then finally, is this really the end? Yeah, that was the end. It was only a limited thing. Okay, I didn't know what was in here, to be honest. I didn't know what was in this box. But next up we got Voodoo. Is it Adam Hughes? Yeah, I think it's all Adam Hughes covers, or at least one or two of them are. This one I think is. But there's a few in this run which make people seem to be eager to collect because he did them. Here you go, that's an Adam Hughes. Very strange. I'm not too confident with the cut of her panty line there. It's actually possible the way those panties are. I don't know. They just don't look very natural to me. Alright. Yes, Adam Hughes again. Wrestling with snakes. And then lastly, dancing with Baron Samedi, maybe, I'm not too sure. Doing some kind of voodoo thing. Which, cause that's right, because Voodoo originally was a stripper, wasn't she? That was her before she started using the superpowers to be in Wildcats, she was a stripper. That's why I seem to recall that. A pole dancer, I believe. That's why she keeps seeing her with dollar bills tucked in her knickers. Right, and then we got a Titans series starting from '99. This looks like a job for Superman. Theatre of Blood introducing Goth. Titans get dissed. D-I-S. Not as in disrespected, but dissed as in the hellish domain of Dis. I believe Dis, D-I-S, is a region of hell. And that looks like a demonic person there. Right, Fall for the Siren. We've got Tempest, we've got Damage, and we've got Argent in the team. So, Red Panzer's Revenge. Green Lantern, Troya, and Arsenal on this one. And I guess the other guy's called Red Panzer. Okay. Starfire, Speed Kills, and Jesse Quick. Who made Argent betray the team? Ooh. The past haunts the Titans. Day of Judgment. Deathstroke, the leader. Cyborg versus Beast Boy. That's right. That's when Cyborg had been sort of changed. Like it was all like liquid metal, I think, at that point. Immortal Combat. Looks like Vandal Savage. Alright, this is definitely a take on other known Titans covers. They've all dumped their costumes and they're walking away. Starfire's got sod all on. I think she's wearing nothing. While everyone else has got other clothes on, street clothes, she's just walking off in the nutty by the looks of it. Under Siege. Tempest. Under the Sea. Whoopsie. The Titans Together. I think the writer is called. I think the name was Devin Grayson, I believe. Gargoyle's Revenge. That's the original team there, isn't it? Pretty much on that cover, all grown up. Armageddon Aria. Damaged goods. Right. I'm so annoyed when it comes to damage. I always remember his first name is Grant, but I can never get his real name in my head. I keep thinking Grant Morrison, which I know it isn't, and I can't ever remember what is his name. That's it. The trouble is, once Morrison jumps in my head, I can't think of any other name. Grant. No, can't remember his name. Interesting cover. The trial of Cheshire begins, and Deathstroke is the judge. Yeah, as well as being the mother of Arsenal's daughter. Now I've forgotten her name. Anyway, she sent a nuclear bomb to blow up by Alia at one point, I think. So that's what I think she's on trial on there. Here's another throwback to old stories. Who is Donna Troy? Oh, first up we had Who is Wonder Girl. I missed that. Who is Wonder Girl? Then Who is Donna Troy? This is a storyline echoed from the a couple of series ago. And then finally, Who is Troya? Number 26, Shock Treatment. Not too many more to go. They're individual. They're all bagged together. So let's get these open. Cheshire versus the Assassins of Curak. Oh, maybe it was Curak she blew up, not by earlier. Epsilon versus the Mech Agents of the DEO. Is that the one? Is that the department that's headed by Mr. Bones? Department of Extraordinary? No, I don't know. And Arsenal, he's up to his neck in trouble too. I don't care what you guys think. I think they're adorable. They're all looking at something. They're all looking at me. I am adorable. You're right. But they're just kids. Killer kids, I guess. The Trial of Cheshire verdict. Witness for the execution. Are you blurry? I'm not sure. Love kills. Nothing to say about that one. There's nothing to read. Payback. Well, the art's a bit. Not too keen on the style of the art on this one. Right, Joker Last Laugh, The Titans, Mummy Dearest, Leah. Leah is the name of Cheshire and Arsenal's daughter. She was later killed in a story. I think she's back again now, though. I believe I remember reading on like a DC wiki or something. She's back and she's grown up for some reason, and she doesn't know who her parents are, and she's an assassin or a vigilante or I don't remember. Beast Wars. Is that a throwback to the old Wildebeest villains? Maybe. Number 36. Yeah, I really don't dig the art. Looks like some kind of Japanese manga-y kind of style or something. Mind Out of Time. Rage. The Titans Unbreakable. Submerged. Someone's getting drowned. Someone's getting drowninated. That's not good. Okay. This evil unleashed. Fatal cure. Wasted. So that's Tempest. I don't know why his skull has still got his tattoo face markings on. It's rather weird. Unless he's not, the movie's just desiccated rather than actually a skeleton. So he's still got his skin clutching to his skeleton maybe. Cracking up. Ghosts of the Desert. Haunted. Just marvelling at Jessie Quick's costume choice. I think she's got a Q on her boob. Yeah, it's a kind of weird. It's like a circle with like a little flash coming off it to make the Q to show Jessie Quick. He's just like she's put a circle around her boob, basically. You ain't got to put circles around them, darling. I'll notice them anyway. I'd never say such a thing. Right, irreconcilable differences. So this is Dolphin and Tempest. They had a baby together. Yeah, I'm not too sure why they were no longer friends. But later on, she and the baby get killed by. Might have been the Spectre when he went crazy. I can't remember now. Or, you know, with Eclipso's help. Starfire Rising. I'm not too sure how Jessie Quick is in the air like that. Can she fly? I remember reading that her father, Johnny Quick, could fly. Johnny Chambers. That's his name. 2 down, 1 to go. Number 50, the last one in the box. It's unanimous. The Titans must die. I don't know about die, but that was the end of the series. That's 2003. Wow, that's 20 years ago almost. Whew. Anyway, that's that from that box. Cheers for tuning in. Come back next time and I'll be going for an even bigger box. And until that time, have a great amazing day. And may all your news be good news. Have a great amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.